Well, on today's Retro Robin show, we're going to go back to 1987, where we're going to have a look at a game that didn't quite make a crash smash. Oddly enough, because I thought it was probably worthy of it. Join me to find out what particular game that is. Also, I've seen a game I've not seen before, played on one of the Facebook groups, so I'll have a look at it. It's got cracking sound. And, of course, we'll have some more Commodore versus Spectrum, right after these self-promotional titles. That's me, Run VT, and more. Come on then, start. Hello and welcome to the Retro Robin show with me, Wayne. So remember, if you love a bit of 8-bit, well then you're going to love a bit of me. So we're going to revisit October 1987 from Crash issue number 45. Room full of Asheroni, 45. Sorry. Where Crash was £1.50. Great stuff. And to have a look at a couple of games in there, we're going to re-review them and give them an up-to-date rating to see if they stood the test of time. And a couple of the games that we're going to look at we'll come to in a moment. Also, we're going to have a look at a new game for 2020. I know it's 2021, but I haven't seen it before, so I thought I'd give it a re-review. Or give it a review. Don't re-review something I haven't seen before. And of course we're going to have some more rounds of Commodore versus Spectrum. I don't know what's wrong with my head, but it's sort of kind of loose. Yeah. In the meantime, a little bit of information for you. Today's computer of choice is the Engo clone of the Next, which hopefully soon I'll replace him with an actual Next. I might even give this away. So, who knows, if you want to win an Engo clone with all the bells and whistles, that means I fitted it with the Raspberry Pi, the speaker, and anything else it needed to have to make it complete. Yeah, I might give that away on this actual show, so stay tuned. Also, please remember to like, subscribe and share and leave any particular comments. Right, so let's move on for today's first re-review. We're going to go in my vast files. And also, yeah, I did neglect to mention that the sound provided in the background is provided by the Toast Rack. Right, let's go to the first game, which in this magazine I'll tell you more about in a moment. Should find the right tap file as well. Hopefully the computer won't crash on me today like it did last time. Let's just turn to the pages. What multitasking? I'm letting the computer do that while I'm doing this. Straight to the right page. I'm getting lucky. I was going to say I'm getting good, but no, there's no chance of that. I'm just getting lucky. Right, keep going, keep going, keep going. Keep going. Are we up? Where are we? We're nearly there. We're there. We're there. Or thereabouts. Here's Moonstrike. So, what did Crash make of this magazine? What did Crash make of this game back in 1987? Well, they gave the presentation of 86%. Graphics they gave 86%. Playability 72%. Addictive qualities was 68%. So its overall rating was 77%. The producer was Mirrorsoft. The retail price was expensive. £7.95. I'm a cheapskate, so everything's expensive. And yeah, it's basically a shoot 'em up. So let's go to a file that we're going to know that's going to load. Preferably not the tap file. I should load the 128K version, but I'm just going to go for the 48K Spectrum today. Make sure we get some sound on. There's the loading screen for you. Pretty good loading screen as well. Oh yes, and thanks to Ricky for doing all those little things down at the bottom. He says use them as props on the show. So for this particular show, I'm using them as props on the show. Right, now I need to plug some sound in, don't I? Oh, there we go. Just turn the sound on. So let's have a look at the game itself. And for that, we need to pause the sound of the other one. We don't sound clash. That's quite loud, isn't it? Pardon? Can't hear me. Just 2 seconds. Bleeper sound. Okay, I'll get you. Let's get on with the game, shall we? Right, we can use Kempston joystick, which I think, yeah, why not? We'll get for Kempston. You've got the usual keyboards, interface to Kempston, AGF or cursor joystick, and 0 to start game. So what am I going to tell you about this game? First of all, let me get the right controller. It's stuck down to a glass mirror, and of course when I try to lift it off, I'm shifting it off the mirror, but still, let's have a look at the game. And yeah, I think we can put the sound back on, can't we? Oh. Pay attention. Oh dear me. Right, if you hold the button, you can bomb that particular area. Get that smiley face. That's for killing me, you get. Ah. Man, this is tough. It's smooth though, isn't it? Ooh. Ah. I'm going to get that smiley face. I don't like the smiley face. I feel like it's laughing at me. Alright, I'm not going to get the smiley face. We ain't doing that. Right. Okay, I understand this. Whoa! Die! TZX fault. Time to put infinite lives in. Maybe I should do that. Maybe I should cheat on all the games I ever play. And I haven't figured out how to put pokes in on the Spectrum next yet for me to cheat. I can't exactly plug my multi-face 128 in there and poke it. Oh. Good thing is, you start off where you die. I like that. Obviously it's monochrome, 2 colours. Oh, I don't like that. Oh, I don't like that at all. Oh, do I not like that? Can I have another go, please? I like the start of it though. It's good terrain, isn't it? Right, let's get you. Smiley face, you're having it. Oh. What is that, a light bulb light moment or what? Hey, I'm getting good at this. You haven't got to be perfectly accurate as long as you get them reasonable. Good thing is when you go past these structures, well, maybe not. I was going to say, it doesn't seem to be firing at you. I've missed that smile. I hate that smiley face. Tell you what though, I'm doing good, ain't I? Better than I thought I was going to be doing. Oh, the bullets are coming from everywhere. You can see the bullets, they're quite clearly defined, even though it's all one colour, which usually tends to be a problem on certain games. You know, you can't see the bullets on the screen as they've been firing, but on this occasion, they've got a nice black ring round them, sort of thing. And they're fairly slow moving, that you can actually move your ship out of the way, but you can get trapped by bullets coming either way, which is the case in this one. Why am I so rubbish? Ah, I've got to this thing again, only this time I've got no lives left. I'll just watch me die for a few more times. So what do I think? Well, I'll tell you what, considering it only got 77%, I think it was good enough to be up there. I loved it, really. It's a good game. It's nice scrolling, steady. I know there's loads of games that's been done like this, and I've got a fair few games that are all vertical scrollers. It's just nice and smooth, got a nice feel to it, and I bet the 1 to 8K sound isn't bad either. Although I haven't loaded the 1 to 8K tab yet, so what am I going to say? I'm going to give that a high rating. I'm going to give that a full 9.5 out of 10. I think it's good use of computer. It's one I can play a lot when I get to put the cheat in there. I shall poke it later. So let's move on to the next review. So I'm about to show you the very next game from Software Projects. Bio. Unbelievable. Right, the retail price, the game is highlighted in a moment, I'll go to it in a second, is £7.95. The offer was special effects. That might mean that Jim Badley had something to do with this, and it wouldn't surprise me if he did, because it's a very good game indeed. However, The ratings don't say that, to be honest. They're not bad, but they're not as good as I thought they would have been. What do I mean? Well, the presentation was given 82%, the graphics was given 81%, the playability was given 77%, which oddly enough, I'm not too bad at this game, although now I'm recording, I'm probably going to be rubbish. It's just the way things go. That's the way it is. I have spoken. Been watching too much Mandalorian. Addictive quality 67%, overall rating 78%. The game, of course, in question from 1987, and that is the cover. Even though it's in the mirror image version, you've seen the cover before of the magazine that we're talking about. Crash. Oh, I'm a big Crash fan. Always have been, always will be, and so glad that now it's alive again, and long may it live on. Is Hysteria, and we're going to go straight for the Z80 file. And of course, we don't have any sound because I haven't turned the sound up. So 2 minutes. What's that? That was a long 2 minutes, wasn't it? Pressing the wrong button, that's why. Cracking sound. Now, the first time that a sound like that was produced with a bleeper, Joffa Smith had done it for a game called Ping Pong. And it kind of wowed people back in the day because they thought, how's he done that with just a bleeper sound? And you have to take a minute just to listen to it. Right, you've got your usual choices. You've got your keyboard, keyboard dash. That's definitely Joffa, isn't it? Chems tonight. Yeah. So yeah, this is probably something to do with Joffa. Right, so we're going to redefine the keys. Software projects and special effects working together. And we're going to give it a go. Right, the thing you've got to do on this first level anyways, and I mean look at the graphics, it's amazing. Scrolling background, tiles, someone whose breath is as bad as mine. Look at he's killing everything. But I can do that. Click those items, you get to see a face appear. It is. I mean, although I'm up to nearly dying anyways, the way it's going. Just keep moving, that's the key. I like the background. It's not monotone, it's only monotone where it needs to be. That's why your man here can turn from yellow to Clyde, if you like. Them things like sort of mantles, aren't they, on the top there, the little chests. Fire them, then you collect them. You see that face is now complete. And I've got a couple more things to go yet before the big bad guy arrives. Big bad guy! And then you've got to destroy a couple of squirrels. Well, that's what they look like. Yeah, obviously they are squirrels, aren't they? You wouldn't have a nut appear. And there he is, and now this is where it all goes horribly wrong for me because I'm about to meet my maker again and suffer a tragic death. As you attack him, the face goes down. I'm doing alright actually. I don't know how much health I've got left. Can I do him? Couple more hits and he's gone. Oh. He's dead. I'm going to have a celebratory drink for that last effort. And you get to the next level. Another great background. Oh look, he's cold. Can you see him shivering? The scrolling is just absolutely magnificent, isn't it? I mean, why this didn't get more is beyond me. But I'm not going to carry on playing it. I'm going to give it a rating. And, well, for it to get only 77%, it was. I definitely think it had something to do with Joffa, probably Jim Badley, 1 or 2 others that worked at special effects at the time. Fantastic game, fantastic graphics, playable really easy. I mean, if I can get off the first level, anybody can get off the first level. So I'm going to give that, and I'm going to give that a full 10 out of 10. That is a Retro Robbins special, playable, enjoyable, done in a similar sort of vein to Green Beret, Scrolls as well as Cobra. And oh, it just says it all, doesn't it? And there you go. Yep, want to give a try. So moving on to a new game, and what I've seen played on the internet, and it's got a cracking sound. In fact, you can hear the sound provided in the background. So we'll move on to that file now. So the game we're talking about is this one. There's the loading screen. Just listen to that AY sound. I think I'll turn it up a touch. Oh, hang on, I need a funny turn. That wasn't quite a funny turn. Funny because I just knocked my joystick on the floor. Shouldn't have done that, should I? Never learn, do I? Oh well. Being a kid is what I am at the age of 50. Sorry dear, I do treasure it honestly. Looks like I'll be ordering a new one. Definitely after I made the joystick breakers, another one of my shows I did, talking about the games that were frustratingly hard but you still kept trying to play them. How about that sound? How about that sound? Obviously taken from Ryan Paris's La Dolce Vita, was a one-hit wonder back in the 80s. Had that type of electro sound which was sort of back in the day. I remember how we achieved it. Because there was 1 or 2 chart hits that actually did use a Spectrum bleeper sound. And later, AY sound in the back. But I did know them, but I can't remember them off by heart. Never mind, that's not what we're here to do. We're here to have a look at this game. So, Frantic Penguin. Frantic Pengo. Penguin. Pengo. So you've got to get rid of all of them. Fire those blocks at them. And once again, the AY sound is fantastic, isn't it? It's a simple enough game. And I'm about to get through the first level. Oh, missed him. You can eat them as well, look. Which you've got to do. Get up there quick. You've only got a certain amount of time. Then you have to get to the heart before you move on to the next screen. Well done. Oh no. I bet. Moving on. This one's a little bit more difficult. Good. Right, before you can get rid of them, you need to destroy that magic potion type thing, I believe. Because if you don't destroy that, then you can't get rid of them. Quick, move! Run! It's a fun little puzzle game, really, but it's not just a puzzle game, is it? It's more than that. moved out of the way. You're not supposed to just stay there and die like a good little sprite. Ah! Wait, they're getting smarter. Ah! Oh. Dear me. Get out. Die. Die. Oh, I can't kill you yet, can I? We need to get down here first. Remember, you've only got a certain amount of time. Gotcha! Oh, I was paying attention on killing that guy. I didn't see the other guy sneaking up on me, did I? Oh. See, if you try and kill them without getting rid of that potion, they just come back alive, look. See? So you've got to get rid of that potion. And he's not playing ball, is he? He's decided to stay there. Oh, oh come on. That potion was a gunner, wasn't it? Right, I've got to eat. You can't push two, so you're going to eat the first one and then... There we go. Right, you lot are having it. Two at one go. Yes! I'll tell you what. It's a great idea of a game, isn't it? I've never seen a game like this before, but I've really enjoyed it. You're dead as well. You're having it, and you are. This is Retro getting serious with you. Yeah? And I didn't want to do that, but... Bye! See ya! Wouldn't want to be ya! I'm enjoying it. Come on. What's my time? I need... I'm running out of time! Somebody help me! You git. Just be a good little sprite and bite the dust. Yes! You don't want to see me play this next level, do you? Oh, I've got another magic one I've got to destroy. I've got two this time you've got to destroy. Oh, three! There's only so much difficulty I can take. Those little cauldron light pots, if you don't destroy them, you can't destroy those. You get a little bit more sign as it gets a bit more difficult. Yes, one down, two down. Oh, missed you. Ah, stay away from the light. Yes, good lad for going downwards. That is one dead sprite, just as soon as he moves. So what do I think of that game? I'll tell you what, I love it. It really is quite good. I love the starting music, I love the music in the main game, and it's definitely one that's worth a go. So give it a try. Frantic Pengo. I need a drink after that. I can't believe I've done that well. Should be well done. Right then. As always, if you like the show, please remember to like, subscribe and share. So, let's move on to our feature. Coming up now. Turn down. Okay, so the game I'm going to compare with the Spectrum version, and of course this is when it's loading. US Gold, an American software company based in England, I believe. An English software company exporting back in the day. It is, of course, Blue Mac. Right on cue, just like I designed it to. So what we're going to do here is we're going to have a look at this version, which is on the Commodore, compare it to the Spectrum version and see which one of the two versions is the best. Will it be a Commodore or will it be a Spectrum? We all know the game back in 1984 when this came out, or 1983 according to that, but I think it was 1984 to be honest. Maybe the Spectrum version was 1984, perhaps the Commodore version may have come out earlier. Don't quote me, I ain't 100% sure. This is not a factual program, this is just a bit of light entertainment. Yeah, okay. And of course, oops. That's the quickest death ever by a retro. Don't pull down on the joystick. Push up for up. And if I ever get off the ground. Ah, ha, ha. Yeah, I've got some. Well, it's nice. It'd be nicer if I could stay in one piece. I think I might have used all my lives up already. I've only ever played the Spectrum version. Don't knock the messenger. If you try and take off too early, you will crash, of course. It's pretty hard to be honest. Oh, I've missed something. When you're holding fire and you pull down on the joystick or down on the keyboard, that's when you will drop a bomb. And usually, time me where that shadow is. I've just missed the boat. I've just missed the boat. I'm missing everything. There's a car. Oh. Haha. Low level bombing. Oh. Just crashed into the build. Oh, at least I get another go. How many planes have we got? Tell you what. Never in the history of avionics. Good job I wasn't a pilot in the First World War, isn't it? Second World War. Flying the Spitfire. Yeah, there you go. Getting the hang of this now. Famous last words. Yes. Anyway, now when they make it to a runway, and hopefully I'm not going to die. And you have to land your plane and use up the fuel. I must have used all my bombs because I was trying to push down and die. Oh well. That's that version. Which is the Spectrum, which is the Commodore version. I don't know about outtakes. I think I should put the whole entire show in the outtake section. And just... Anyway, let's have a look, with a quick change, at the Spectrum version and see how it compares before we give you my verdict. Okay. Come on then. So, yes, this is by US Gold, as I said earlier. Let's go for the Z84. What the hell? Let's use this newly broken joystick. No, it's fine. Right, usual. Not quite the display you've got on the... oh, gravity control is off. I'm kind of glad about that, because anything else that's more difficult would be pretty impossible for me to do. So, by holding the fire button, you increase speed. Oh, come on. Don't tell me it's the other way round. Told you I was alright at this. Well, the firing looks... It's not as colourful as the Commodore version, obviously. Scrolling's a bit blocky on this one. I've seen better scrolling than that. It's more of a blocky movement, so... Oh, I nearly got the lorry. Oh, he's a van man, I can't do him. Fairly easy to control on the Spectrum version, a bit easier. Well, maybe that's probably because I've used the Commodore as a warm-up, so I can't really judge it on that, can I? How did I miss that? Do you know, I think you meant to bomb them tanks as well, but I've... chance of hitting it. And this is what I was trying to do. You now land here. The sooner you land, the better. And it will come to a stop. And you'll watch your fuel go up. And then after that, you should see anything else go up, which should be the bombs. 22 bombs. I've done well here, haven't I? Done well indeed. And once you feel like you've had enough fuel, there you go. My bombs are back to 30. Increase speed. Once you get over 100 miles an hour, you can take off. Yeah, I've got to learn how to play this all over again. I used to play it loads when I was younger. So, I'm not going to play it all day. Let's give it a verdict, shall we? Which one's better, Commodore or Spectrum? Well, this is tough because I think there's pluses and minuses to both, but I've got to go by which one ran slightly smoother, and here comes my verdict. Yeah, I had to give it the Commodore version because the scrolling was slightly better and it was nice to have a bit more colour. So yeah, on that occasion I gave it the Commodore. So today I thought we'd have a look at another game between the two different personal computers, or as I would call them, computer consoles. Debate about whether the Spectrum is classed as a computer console or just a personal computer. I don't care, I know what I mean. So the next game we're going to have a look at is a classic, and hopefully it'll load first time without no problems. Because while this one's loading up, and there it is, Outrun. We're going to compare that Outrun Commodore version to the Outrun Spectrum version. So we'll move on to switch it round now the other way round. With the magic of editing, we'll move on to the Spectrum version first. And there's the loading screen for the Spectrum one, which has obviously crashed, else I would have had that at the bottom. Oh, pause this AY sound. AY clash! I remember first seeing this in a arcade, playing it on the arcade, or watching somebody else play it on the arcade who was really good at it and they never seemed to come off. But that sold the game to me, so I was eager to buy this on the Spectrum version. Slightly disappointed because the arcade version was awesome. However, it wasn't until I got the 128K Spectrum that I enjoyed the game even more, because I've always had a 48K Spectrum. When I got the 128K version, the rubber keyboard one didn't compare to the... I actually went up to the plus 3, didn't I? To the sound of the AY on the Spectrum Plus 3. So let's have the tunes of the controllers. Go for Chemstone because I've got it plugged in, even though I dropped it on the floor earlier. It didn't have damage, don't worry. These are well made joysticks, that's for sure. Let's outrun. I love this game. I don't remember if I had automatic. I must have done. Great tune. It's not bad. I don't think it's bad at all. People say it's not as good as Chase HQ, which was, no doubt, brilliant. Same sort of game, really, in the way that the scrolling happens, but you've got background music here. But I do love the music on the AY sound for the Spectrum. It's phenomenal. You do have a little bit of bad collision control sometimes. I mean, sometimes they'll just mysteriously change lane right into you. So yeah, but see if I can make it to the next level. And then we'll go to the Commodore version. So we switched it round this time round. We've gone for Commodore look, had the first look in with the first game, which Commodore won, and the Spectrum's getting a look in with this game before we move to the Commodore version. The hills don't feel quite as hilly. I see what I mean. Fortunately it didn't take me off the road, but I've got plenty of time, so I should make it. And this is when you know you're towards the end of the level. Oh, come on. That's ridiculous. That was absolutely ridiculous. I was moving out of his way and then he just shot up like he was in turbo boost in reverse mode. I'm not going to make it. I've come off the road. Get on the road! And this is the second tune. I'm sick of crashing. Unrealistic. Yeah, it's pretty good, isn't it? Should we have a look at the Commodore version? So you can hear the sound of this one. Turn it up a touch. And I think because I'll be back in a moment. Some Commodores games use the rear portal for joystick and others use the front portal, but they don't exactly tell you which one to put it in. So well, that's faster by a long shot, isn't it? Oof. This is good. Intense concentration. I've got to be honest, it's a lot easier to control than the Spectrum version. It seems to be travelling a lot faster. It's a lot smoother, isn't it? So they just look like vibrating lines, don't they? The grey and the greyer. Oh, forgot to press fire. Boy, you can come to a complete stop when you pull back on the joystick, I tell you. I didn't do very well. So, which one is the better version of the two? I don't know. Here comes my verdict. Had to be, didn't it? It's just Spectrum's AY sound is better in my opinion. But this sound is not bad either, is it? So I can't really judge it on the sound. Just for the speed of it, the smooth, on how fast it turns, it runs better. And of course, with it having the colour of the car, you know, yeah, it feels a little bit more like the arcade version that I loved. So yeah, on this occasion, it's a dual hit from Commodore, I'm afraid, and as a big Spectrum fan, that doesn't take the love away for that system anymore anyways, but yeah, I've got to say, Commodore, Double Strike, yeah, both versions, Blue Mac and Outrun, were better on the Commodore than on the Spectrum. You may not agree with this, but don't forget this is just a matter of opinion. And I am a big Spectrum fan, but I've got to be fair and just. So, yeah, that's that. So, if you enjoy the show, which I hope you do, please remember to like, subscribe and share. Don't put my teeth back in, haven't I? As always, thank you for watching. You lot out there, take care. Have a nice working week and weekend. Stay away from this dreaded virus. And obviously, I know we're all in lockdown. It's a tough time, but, you know, we'll get through this. Better times ahead. In the meantime, thank you very much, and goodbye from me. Hello, welcome, and today on Retro Robbins we're going to have a look at a game from 1987 which didn't become a crash smash. oddly enough, a good game. I'm going to have a look at a game that I've seen posted on Facebook and I'd not seen before, so I gave it a go and gave it a rating 2. And we're going to have some more Commodore vs Spectrum on the Retro Robin Show today. So, join me now. Let's hit the sequence to start the game. Game titles. Oh man, why do I bother?